It's Saturday afternoon. Do you know where your matches are? Because I don't. Hello, I'm Technovoid, your host, and third grade science project gone wrong, and with me is Hamster Wings, your favorite Pokemon analyst, and today we are analyzing two matches from TDD Season 7, Week 7, I think? Yes.
Let me check my team builder.
I believe it's 7.
This week 7.
Yeah, that's crazy. Cool. So, first off, we got Team Fourgeist versus Sada's Wrath here. No quick ball matches this week because you people need to play quicker. We did have one match. Main thing I think worth saying there is, honestly, Kotard, great job using just the offensive Valiant, going for the Tailwind. Just, really going for it. And I think just it was a matter of what's the word I'm looking for? Just like the prep difference. I think Kotar just came in with a really good plan against Stormy, and the way Stormy's team was built was just not ready to handle that hyper-offensive Valiant. And some good protect calls, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
But we do have this match here, so talk to me about this. This is your game, so why don't you tell me a little bit about what you were thinking going into this?
What I was thinking is I want to flip my table. I hate prepping into this team.
Uh-huh.
But
that's valid.
Other than that, I'm like, I guess Blaziken works. It's sun boosted. That's about all I can think of. Iron Boulder has some amount of pressure because it hits super effective on things, but I don't actually expect it to do very much in this game.
Man, the Future Paradox has really got shafted with the ability. Sun is just so much better than E-Terrain.
Yep.
It really sucks, man. Anyways, what else?
I also think the worst Beast Paradox is better than the best sort of Justice Paradox.
Yeah, I mean, Psychic as a type is, it has had a big fall from grace since Gen 1. It has consistently gotten worse and worse.
Yeah, so speed control is weird in this match. I wasn't necessarily expecting Diggy to bring Tailwind.
Uh-huh.
But I was also like, speed doesn't matter. I'm going last.
Really?
Yeah.
Even with the Blaziken?
The Blaziken being the only exception.
Does a Scarf Boulder not go faster than some of these things?
Why would I Scarf Boulder?
Oh, true. Okay.
It already does no damage.
Fair enough.
This Pokemon sucks.
Damn. I hate to see it.
Anyway, there's a Gouging Fire. And as opposed to most people, I wasn't really worried about that. I was a lot more worried about Walking Wake. Personally.
Sure. I mean, yeah, given your team comp, I can see it. Like, 3 of your hardest hitters are weak to it. One of them is immune, which is nice. But still.
Yeah. Speaking of that immunity, it's full tank mode. This is the first time I've brought full tank Ogerpon.
Nice.
And it does a lot here. I saw Mega Pidgeot on Team Preview, and I was like, he has that?
What about the Orthworm? Where's the Orthworm? Speaking of Mega Pidgeot, this is something I feel like I did previous seasons. I haven't really done much of this season. Talk to me about, because like obviously like S through Bs is generally like anytime you bring those, it's like, yeah, those are pretty good Pokemon. C tiers are always like a weird sort of spot. Can you explain to me sort of why the Florges is here, what you feel like it does, and similar thought process for Shiftry and Mega Pidgeot? What do you think they're here for?
Florges is here because nothing fit better.
Okay. Fair.
It's while
what's your other B tier?
While Ogerpon switches in to Walking Wake, it doesn't kill it. Florges switches in and kills it.
Got it. What's your other B tier?
Multiscalar.
Yeah, I could see not wanting to necessarily bring that. I don't think it's a bad pick, but like, yeah, it's.
Diggory expected me to. He told me after.
No.
He said this is the team I was expecting, except Moltres over Gengar.
I see. Dig. And then what about Shiftry and Pidgeot? So Pidgeot obviously has that Tailwind pressure, obviously can throw out those Hurricanes, which is nice for something like Blaziken, and even Ogerpon, really. What about the Shiftry? What's it doing here?
Shiftry was pretty clear to me that it was coming.
Okay. Explain.
It just does well into Ursaluna. It does well into Big Boulder guy. Basically, it shuts down a lot of what I want to do on lead.
Uh-huh.
Which is why I prepped very specifically for it to lead.
That makes sense. Yeah, yeah. I think Shiftry has led, not every game it's come, because it's come to most of Diggory's games, surprisingly, but I feel like at least 3 of 5.
Yeah. Shiftry's been a big force on his team, which is always interesting to see.
Yeah, it's cool. Given the other Pokemon on the team.
Screamtail, I printed out a list of the moves it learns, and I said we'll deal with that when the match starts.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's a rough one. Dig. Alright.
So yeah.
Alright, cool. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, give me the play-by-play here. Obviously, we had this turn 1. As you said, you're preparing for this Shiftry lead, which does happen.
Mm-hmm. So, after seeing this, I was like, okay, he is actually going to set Tailwind now because of this lead. But I think I can't risk not protecting on Blaziken. It is such a win con. Gengar goes down to Sash, which is what I expected. He revealed Sucker Punch, which I wasn't sure he was going to have, which was good for me.
Very important Icy Wind there.
Yeah, very important Icy Wind. And because I've seen Sucker Punch, it basically gives me a free Destiny Bond on Gengar. Because if Gengar attacks, I'm worried he'll get Sucker Punched again, so Destiny Bond was kind of just the strongest mid-ground play.
Okay.
Ends up taking out both Gengar and Shiftry.
How do you feel about that trade? Do you think it was worth?
Gengar was a suicide lead, so yeah, pretty much.
Dig it, and here comes the bear.
Yep. Bear comes out, Gouging Fire comes out. This turn goes incredibly for me.
Yeah.
Because due to
Icy Wind.
Due to the Icy Wind, Diggory was like, oh, my Mega Pidgeot will go first, set the sun, and then Gouging Fire will kill.
Yeah.
It didn't go first, because it still has that -1 speed.
Yep, which Diggory forgot about.
Me, going into this turn, I was like, there is no risk. He doesn't have Torkoal. I can blow up the Gouging Fire in one turn.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. Without Torkoal, there's no switch in there. I can't get that Photosynthesis boost. I can't get that fire damage.
Plus,
boost.
I know he has to go for Flare Blitz because Heat Crash does nothing to Ursaluna. It's too heavy.
Yes. And then that Baton Pass was just to get that in safely?
Yep.
Very good.
I go for the Blood Moon just in case he switches to Bronzong. I don't want it to take 0 damage. Blood Moon actually does like 30 to it.
And here comes the Prankstermon.
Yeah, pretty much.
2 speed boost and Photosynthesis here. Double Protect here, this just to get rid of the Tailwind?
Yeah.
And to scout out the Screamtail.
Yeah, I knew it would have Thunder Wave, but regardless. Okay. On this turn, I just double attacked because I thought I needed to, quite frankly. But Blaziken gets Encored. I figured that might happen, but I still think anything other than double attacking there was too risky.
I'm curious about the potential switch into Wellspring, because the Walking Wake going into Ursaluna, it's probably, I guess, because you're thinking it could also attack the Blaziken.
I don't know where that thing's gonna target.
Right, true. Yeah, because Blaziken isn't fast enough yet. That's a good point.
Which is why I figured it was better to just double attack.
Fair enough.
It wasn't in this case, but I think I made the safe play. Blaziken is now Encored into Protect, and he's gonna click Protect for an hour.
Yeah, he sure is.
Because I'm not switching him.
Yep. And this
Ogerpon comes in, clicks Synthesis turn 1, knowing Blaziken's gonna do the thing. I figure he has 2 spread moves, but I have to follow me here anyway, just in case.
Yep. Makes sense.
Because I know Blaziken doesn't die to a Surf.
Yeah, because of the reduced damage there.
Yep.
Then Dazzling Gleam.
Doesn't die to a Dazzling Gleam either. And I believe the Encore ends here. And I call Walking Wake's last move to be Protect. So I Protect to scout his Protect. It works out for me.
Yeah, which is very good.
Yeah, that's Protect number 6 for those counting.
And it's the only move it's used.
Yep. Ivy Cudgel out into Screamtail just to do a little bit of damage. And now, finally, I can take out that Walking Wake. Kind of the worst Pokemon for my team to deal with. But Ogerpon being paralyzed is going to become a real problem here soon.
Yeah, because, like, yeah, we have the Bronzong, which is very good into the Iron Boulder here. Boulder obviously being better, but it can't break through these two tanks, can it?
No, Boulder can't do anything. Also, notably, Ogerpon would have used a different move there, but because it got paralyzed last turn, it's now locked into Ivy Cudgel.
Because you had it using Synthesis?
I was gonna use Follow Me for the Bronzong.
Ah, yeah. Unfortunate. So yeah, you're in a bad spot here, because yeah, these remaining two Mons do not do well into Pidgeot at this point.
Nope. I mean, Fourgeist does great into it, but...
Into Pidgeot? Oh yeah, I guess so. I mean, it takes, what, like 30?
Something like that. But Diggery makes what I think is a misplay in paralyzing Fourgeist.
Why is that?
Because it drastically reduces the damage of Gyro Ball. I think to some degree it gave me an out, but not really, because Ogerpon got paralyzed so many times. If Ogerpon didn't get paralyzed like maybe one time, I think that Thunder Wave might have been a misplay that cost him the game.
I can see, yeah, because yeah, it would only take 2 hits from Fourgeist to get rid of that guy and the Pidgeot, and Pidgeot wouldn't be able to one-shot Ogerpon if it hit Synthesis. So it would have pretty much come down to Ogerpon v Bronzong at that point.
Which is you can't Theoremon which of those wins.
Yeah.
Because
it's all over the place.
Ogerpon's paralyzed, but it's also a Giga Tank. But Bronzong also has Iron Defense Body Press. But Ogerpon also has a high critical hit ratio.
Yeah, it's all over the place. Yeah, who knows at that game state who's winning? Yeah,
it's been almost a week since this match. I'm still mad about the paras, but
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. No, that was very rough. Unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, of the people who could take a game off of Diggery, you were definitely looking like one of the more likely candidates, thanks to Ursaluna and the Iron Boulder matchup into Gouging Fire. But yeah, those paras really hurt. I think Wellspring was just such a vital part of this team between the Walking Wake and the Bronzong.
And then he got parried.
And it just wasn't able to play the game for so long. That is rough. All right. Any final thoughts on this one? It sounds like no. It sounds like it comes down to those paras just being really rough for you.
I don't want to say it entirely comes down to it, but like
Diggery
Diggery might have still won, but the paras are what lost me the game.
Right.
In how this scenario played out.
Like, yeah. Like, as you were saying, had those paras not happened, it could have gone either way, but because those paras happened, you lost. Yeah, I think that's a very fair thing to say. Like, just if they didn't happen, like, Diggery definitely still had win cons available.
Yeah, I mean, Diggery played super well. It was really just that one critical misplay on, like, turn 2.
Oh yeah, with the Pidgeot setting Sunny Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then at the end with the extra para onto floor, just like you mentioned. I didn't even think about that dropping Gyro Ball's power, but you're right about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's super effective. It was doing 20% to Fourgeist.
Yep. Yeah, especially when this Bronzong is spec to be as slow. This Bronzong is spec to one-shot fucking Iron Boulder. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean Iron Boulder's not exactly tanky.
I know. Well, he's not exactly strong either, according to you.
No, he sucks.
Moving down to B tier?
I don't know. People are gonna complain something that breaks their protects in B tier, but he sucks.
No.
You know what? No, I'm saying this right now. I was like, what's a good 4th move for Iron Boulder? And I was like, oh, Rock Slide. I typed Rock Slide into his move slide. He doesn't want it.
You did send that to me. You're just like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
Why does he not learn Rock Slide?
Why does Iron Boulder not learn the wrong move where he throws the boulder? Where's Rock Throw?
He's He's pissing me off. Anyway, next game.
Okay. Well, speaking of being pissed off, I get to be pissed off this time. Um, at least for a few turns. So I can talk about this match. Going into this team, into this prep, I am 99% confident that Meteor Bower is going to try and do a Trick Room team on me. I see Fourgeist. I'm like so convinced this thing is coming. The Genesect Blastoise Ogerpon trio has come to 100% of matches up until now, and I see no reason why he wouldn't just continue bringing it. It's really, really nice to me. Obviously, like, Cradily can pull water moves away, but, like, this thing learns more than just water moves. And then, obviously, Ivy Cudgel's really nice into me. Genesect's just, you know, honestly been putting in some fucking work this season. Love to see Genesect actually doing well.
I've been saying Genesect is good.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's just, I mean, you look at, like, I don't know, fucking Zamazenta, I don't know, Karam White, that one's banned now. But, anyways.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. I will say, so, and obviously, like, everyone, I think this season has had pain in the ass prepping into Archaludon, because this thing just survives any hit. So, obviously, Swampert's coming. Very, very nice ground damage there. The one thing on this team that I wasn't 100% sure on was that other B tier slot, that Hariyama. I prepped, what does he have other than Hariyama and... Salamence. Yes, I prepped for Salamence. I had Ice Punch. Because I was thinking the Intimidates. One thing I was genuinely really worried about is because I look at the speed war here, and I feel like I can Tailwind, but I know he's gonna go for Trick Room because, like, I know I can't TR, and I know he knows I can't TR, because literally last week in the Friend Ball recap, Meteor Bower says Techno Void doesn't have any TR Pokemon, so I know he knows I can't do it. So I have no reason to build into TR, so I figure that's coming. So I'm kind of in this very sort of middling speed ground where I kind of don't have any speed EVs outside of Emboar. Everything else is either like, you know, Prankster or just kind of middling speed to go either way. And so with Salamence, I was really frightened of a Salamence coming out, proccing Defiant, and then a Mirror Herb to boost Meteor Bower's attack, and just kind of going ham with something that is faster or slower, depending. So I'm actually not running Defiant on this Annihilate. I'm running the other thing that's immune to Intimidate.
Yeah, Inner Focus.
Other than that, so yeah, so I think, yeah, so for Meteor Bower, like I said, Hariyama was the one thing I wasn't really expecting. I do think it makes sense here. It's nice in Archaludon, obviously. It apparently gets Headlong Rush, which is not a thing I realized, but that makes it good into Archaludon, or it was already good in Archaludon. That makes it good into Emboar. I don't know what else it gets. I saw the paste after the match, but I don't remember what else it does. But I really obviously think the Fourgeist is going to be a lead here, and I need to deal with it. So, yeah, we can get into that. And I'm thinking, okay, this thing can be Armor Tail or Sap Sipper. It's probably not Sap Sipper, because really, all I really have is Cradily on that front, so it's probably Armor Tail, so I need to make sure I don't use priority into it. So we start the match off here. I figure, you know, I can taunt it early on. It's probably not Mental Herb. Even if it is, I lead Cradily in the other slot just so that I can deal with TR early. Hoping this thing isn't Shell Smash, assuming it's not. I use Taunt, forgetting that fucking Prankster gives me priority.
No, dude, it was scouting for Sap Sipper.
Sure. I mean, it's nice in that it showed me that I can Leech Seed it, but genuinely going into this match, I'm thinking, okay, Armor Tail, can't use priority into it, it's fine, I'll just taunt it. Wow. What's not clicking? In the words of Meteor Bower, what's not clicking? So I have a really rough first turn here, taking a big Ice Beam, getting my Stealth Rocks up, which is nice, hits Ogerpon pretty well, and of course the TR is up at this point. I need to preserve Torn for later. Get a Leech Seed up. Ice Beam is going to take that guy out. Makes sense. Good helping hand. Grass Knot. Honestly doing a lot. And since this thing isn't Shell Smash, I'm not as worried about it. Goes for a protect here.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about when Shell Smash comes.
Yeah. Heal block, preventing me from using Drain Punch. Mans is reading me from 10 miles away. I'm so tilted. Can't even heal off my Leech Seed.
Nope, nothing.
Nothing. So I believe do I double? No, I don't double switch. I just bring in Archulute on here. T-Bolt not going to take me out because I'm very specially invested here. Do a little bit of damage to that, and at this point I'm like, okay, this is a great opportunity for me to switch out. Obviously, I see that.
He's gonna be hurted.
Yeah, I see that, so I'm thinking, okay, probably gonna go for a fighting move here. I'm very glad I did not know that thing got Headlong Rush.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he didn't click it there.
Yeah.
Because there was no shot Torn was coming in.
Yeah, I do see the.
Maybe it didn't kill Archuludon, honestly.
That's very possible. Yeah, I feel like the stab probably mattered. So yeah, because like obviously if you're both of those are going to be super effective, but one of them's going to be stronger because it's stab. Although, even with stab,
no, it's 120 times 2 versus 150 times 2.
Okay. Yeah. Huh. How about that? Okay. Yeah. So bring that in.
Embor takes a little damage.
Yeah, Embor is scarfed here, but I know TR is going down, and I just need to kill this thing before I can get another TR up. Of course, I miscalc how much bulk this thing has, and I let it live. I should have just used Flare Blitz. It's dying to a Headlong Rush anyways. Both of Meteor Bower's Pokemon are dying this turn, but not before he gets a TR up and a kill.
Yeah.
But, as it turns out, him getting this TR up was actually quite nice for me, because at this point, Genesect and Ogerpon really can't come in.
Yeah, I mean, these are kind of the only two guys that could have come in.
Yeah, so I'm actually not in a bad spot here in terms of...
And you fake out the Swampert, because you always fake out the Swampert, because it's always Assault Vest. Encore the Blastoise and the Protect, very, very good.
Yes.
Get burnt here. You know, get a nice little burnt.
I am at 100.
Crazy that Annihilate got hit and Drain Punch decreased in power. Or Rain Punch? Rage Fist.
Rage Fist, yeah, because it went to 150 BP and then got cut in half to 75 BP. And at this point, now that he's fished for that burn successfully, and gets another one, cool, love that. At
yeah,
this
like
point,
whatever.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking here. I was thinking, okay, he's Encored and Protect. He's gonna want to switch out to something else. Not really realizing at the time that I did not know how fast Genesect was.
No, this week we do not switch when we are Encored.
Yeah,
we simply don't.
Honestly, props to the Torn to surviving again. I'm so glad that thing is full special bulk.
Yeah.
Not Encored anymore. Still going for the Protect. Makes sense.
Yeah,
I can
you have to go over Tailwind over Grass Knot, which I think is definitely the play.
Yeah. I would still be faster regardless, I think, but, you know, I want to get this up for once Archie comes in.
Yeah, in the off chance Torn just dies, it's...
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah, double down here into the final two. These are arguably the most dangerous two, especially given what I have remaining.
Mm-hmm.
At this point,
Ogerpon takes a ton of damage from Stealth Rocks, though.
It sure does, yeah. And I can't help but let that thing boost into special attack.
Yep.
Helping
Hand is
Hand.
going to take out Ape.
Helping Hand does matter there. That's actually a super important Helping Hand.
Yeah.
Because that Annihilate was Assault Vest, so it actually lived even at the +1. That being said,
Rage Fist would have been back to 100.
Yep, that's true. Yeah, Rage Fist would have been back to 100. That being said, Meteor Bower goes for that. You know, could have, you know, there's other moves could have gone for, Spiky Shield, whatever. Not expecting Help for a Hate Monger to just go down in one hit.
Yeah.
Thanks, Power Herb.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was ready for Meteor Beam on Archuludon.
I mean, that's the thing, is like Archuludon, I have twice run it without Assault Vest. It's so scary every time.
I'm telling you, it's good though.
I feel like I'm setting myself up for a jump scare anytime I don't run AV Archuludon. One time because I wanted to run Stealth Rocks, and this time because I wanted to run Meteor Beam. And so at this point, there's a couple different game states. I definitely still think Meteor Bower has a win con here, potentially.
Yeah, it's clicking Ice Beam on Archaludon and freezing.
And getting You're not wrong, is the thing. No, I mean, Meteor Bower knows the first turn. He's probably getting faked out. I could have gone for an Electro Shot. At this point, kills. It is a 2-turn move at this point. Don't have Rain, don't have the Power Herb.
Yep.
But I don't think Genesect has a good way of two-shot. It might two-shot Archaludon, honestly. It doesn't.
I think Ice Beam does.
Ice Beam might, yeah, for real. So after the fake out, it can hit once, and then I kill. So I think I win in that situation.
I think the optimal play here was to go for Electro Shot, because either he protects or he gets faked out.
Uh-huh.
Meaning damage this turn doesn't necessarily matter.
Yeah.
But either way, Dark Pulse twice is fine.
I figured it was the slightly safer play. Because basically the way I saw it is if I Dark Pulse once, that puts Genesect in range of a second Dark Pulse or a foul play. So that first turn I just fake out it out so I can't do anything, or I get rid of its protect. And then on the second turn, if it's a protect, that's rough for me. I have to figure out what to do at that point. I think that was maybe, I don't know if it had protect, but if it is that might have been his out there.
It was Scarfed.
It was Scarfed? Oh, right. Well, yeah, that's how it outsped me in Tailwind. That makes sense. Yeah. But without the protect, basically, whatever he downed, the other Pokemon was getting the kill there. Really, I mean, realistically, the first half of this match was absolutely in Meteor Bower's favor. He played me multiple times, read me so hard on multiple fronts with the heal block. With the Armor Tail was just me being an absolute moron. The good helping hands throughout this match too. I think setting up, like we've talked about this, setting up that second TR was a mistake on his part just because of how much Genesect and Ogerpon didn't want to be in it, which let us just mess around for several turns with those sort of less valuable mons and let me get Tailwind right up as it ended. But I think that was a good match regardless. I had a lot of fun, even though I was tilted out of my fucking mind during the match.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you have any thoughts? I talked a lot during this one.
I can't comprehend why he didn't try to freeze Archaludon.
He already got 2 Scald Burns. Like, come on. You can only get so lucky.
No.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. You could get Parrot 3 times in a row. You could get wait, hold on.
I can Parrot 3 times in a row and flinch 3 times in a row in this season.
Yeah, that's
anything
true.
Can happen.
Yeah, and Meteor Bower Season 1, how'd he win Season 1? He froze a Registeel 11 turns in a row. You always go for the freeze. Simply freeze a man. It's easy. I've had some rough.
It's so funny too. Because we're complaining about bad luck, and someone whose matches haven't been shown that much in the recaps, who's been having absurdly horrible luck, is Ned.
Yeah, Ned's had some bad luck this season. It is rough. Hey, it's what we call karma from Zapdos karma. It's a thing. It's a real thing. Look it up. Zapdos karma. They're talking about it up on 23andMe or whatever site they use for that. Anyways, that is Pokemon Showdown Beta is what it is. This is a recap, Season 7, Week 7. We will see you next week, hopefully with games that happen. That would be super cool. I've been Technovoid. This has been Hamster Wings.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya.